Hey everyone, stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here with the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when I post videos, tap the bell. If you want to join or subscribe to our options trading live channel, I go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. Link is in the description. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you made money today, comment right now below. Got paid, or if you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. And if you could do me a big favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algo. Today I did close up $393 on realized profits. Kind of go over those in a second. I made money on Apple, Home Depot, and JP Morgan. I am swinging a couple things here right now, including some naked square calls. But before we get into some of the trades, I do want to talk about this week. And one of the things to be mindful for this week, I mean, we hit all-time highs today on the S&P. I mean, things were just nuts. But one thing that we want to be mindful of is the virtual annual Fed Summit. So the Fed Summit is this week, Thursday and Friday. It's going to be virtual, and Powell will be speaking at 9:10 a.m. on Thursday about the monetary policy for the next decade. So pretty important. So just be mindful. Fed Thursday and Friday, and Thursday Powell will be speaking regarding the monetary policy. And then we also have some earnings this week. You know, we have some retailers, Best Buy, Dick's, Toll Brothers, Salesforce, Nordstrom, Workday. So there's some stuff to do. So just be mindful. The catalyst this week, you want to be a little bit cautious because some things are going down with the Fed. Don't necessarily know what he's going to say. He bombed the market last week. It dipped. We recovered. Are we going to dip again? Are we going to recover? We don't know. So just play it safe. Today, you can kind of see here, we gapped up pretty good on the S&Ps, on the Qs. S&Ps closed up 34, Dow was up 377, NASDAQ was 74, but NASDAQ was rocky. It was going green to red to green to red, and it couldn't figure out what it wanted to do. You can see here the Qs, we gapped up, went red, went green, then went red, and then went green again. So it was like, hey, what do you guys want to do? Money was flowing out of tech, was going into, Boeing, it was going into the banks, it was going into, so just be mindful. Some things are a little bit rattled right now. SPY all day, we had a gap up and just ping back and forth $1.50. Pretty boring. And then we had an actual power hour where it looked like it was going to sell off, and then it ramped up into the close and we hit 343. So, things were relatively good. Home Depot was decent as well. Home Depot, I'm watching that right now. Home Depot hit 278. I did have the 285 call, which I wish I was holding, but this morning, I only made on Home Depot, I had for next week expiration the 285 call. And the reason why I closed it out, I only had one, and we gapped up. It sold all the way off, double bottom here, came back up to the green, and I sold it right in here because I'm like, you know what, today's looking kind of rocky. I don't know what's going to happen. Then it came all up to 286. I mean, realistically, I only left like $75 on the table, so it's not going to kill you, but at this kind of close, I mean, you kind of wonder if we're going to ramp up. I mean, Tuesdays have typically been a little bit bloody, so I'm not sure what's going to happen tomorrow, so I just wanted to take off some risk. Apple as well. Apple, I had a credit put spread for this week expiration. That was where I had the bulk of my gains. I was short the 500 puts, and I was long the 495, so I had the credit put spreads here. Apple ripped up to 515, almost 516, just sold straight off and then couldn't quite recover. Today was the last day that you could get in on Apple for the stock split. So if you didn't buy Apple stock today, you're not going to be a part of the stock split. So just be mindful of that. So that's why Apple was moving, kind of sold off a little bit, but pretty much maintained. I mean, it did close up over 1%. It's been, how much more do you want it to go? Tesla as well. I mean, Tesla had a bunch of upgrades. Like it was upgraded to like 3,500 this morning, and it was up like 90 points, and it just flushed at open. I mean, things got rocky, but when you're looking at a stock like this, what do you think is going to happen? So there's going to be some volatility. Things are going to happen, so it's going to bounce around. I was actually really surprised it stabilized and recovered me, but this went up from being like it was up like 3 to 4% on the day, closed down 2% almost. I mean, and it hit 1950, it bounced around here and went ripped back up. I mean, this was crazy. So the Bulls and the Bears ate on this. So the only people that got slaughtered were obviously the greedy pigs. So don't be a greedy pig. Make sure you take your profits. There's always going to be more opportunity. Things aren't just going to run straight up. Things aren't going to run straight down. There's money to be made on both sides. Just be careful. Also, just be mindful. VXX was ramping up a little bit today. We'll see what happens. We did pre-market hit 2381, but all day it was just holding. VXX volatility just kind of chilling here. You know, it is down for where it was a week ago around 25s, but it looks like it wants to make a return back above 25. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Could get smashed tomorrow. I did trade Palo Alto earnings. So Palo Alto right now, it's chilling right now at 260. So Palo Alto, let me just kind of go into this, cover this up. So Palo Alto, I sold some premium here. I shorted the 265 calls and puts. I went $20 wide wings. I did get $14 credit, $14.25 credit for this. Max loss is around, I think it's $575. So yeah, $575, $20 minus 14, $575. So max loss $575, max profit $14.25. What we're looking at right now, let me try to see what we got. Let me reduce this here. So tomorrow, it's kind of headed down a little bit right now. Still within the expected move. I needed it between 250 and a little like 280, 281 to be making some money. So I'm in the green. Right now it's at 259. So if it stays around here, around 260 area, I'll be making $300 to $400, which would be definitely ideal. I'd prefer it to go out to the lower end down here, like 260, 250, other versus like the higher end, because I don't make as much money. But I mean, it's still relatively good. You know, if we could stick around 260 would definitely be ideal. 255 is pretty good as well. I'll start losing money around 248, 249 area. So we have a pretty good widespread on this. Premium was pretty nice right now. It's kind of chilling at 260. Hit 277, like I said, where I'll start losing money is around 280, and right now it's at 260, so I'm going to be closing that out tomorrow. I also traded Best Buy. Best Buy doesn't report until the morning, so we'll see what happens. I mean, their 1 year chart is off the chain. I'm guessing earnings probably going to be good. And in Best Buy, I did short some premium. I shorted the 117 call and put. I bought the 109 and the 125 call. Looks something like this, and I basically need it between like 112 and 121. So we have about a $5 range on this, and expected move is $7. So hopefully it stays within that. Crushes some premium. We have a little bit of time on it, so we'll definitely see what happens when it comes to that. I also open some positions. I'm selling some premium on AMD for this week. I'm up a little bit on that. I'm selling some premium on DKNG. And I'm pretty much like, my goal is just to trade low and slow, sell some premium, try to catch some on the weekly, and just kind of hang out. I did, however, get into Square, which I'm down 19% right now. I'm in the weekly here. I bought the 150 calls, and Square just couldn't catch it. I mean, the reason why I held on the Square, I have my alert here and never went off. I'll actually close that right now. 150, it's been bouncing off 150, but today, I mean, it gapped up, hit 159 and just flushed all the way down to 151 and just couldn't get back up. Now, the market was ramping near the end of the day. If we're opening green tomorrow, I think that Square could catch a bit up to like 155, 156 area. I don't know if it's going to hit 158, 159 this week. I mean, maybe it'll just skyrocket. I mean, if you look at the last couple opens outside today, I mean, this ramped up from 155 to 159. The previous day went from 150 up to 156. So we're kind of back into the bottom end of that range right now. So that's what I'm looking at right now. But right now, I think this week, low and slow, going to try to sell some premiums outside of the Square calls. I'm short premium. I don't have anything long except for Square in terms of premium that I've bought. So we're gonna hang out. We're gonna wait till see what happens on Thursday. I'm not trying to go too big. I'm not trying to trade. I'm gonna be trading. This week I'm also gonna be trading probably CRM. I'm gonna be trading maybe Nordstrom's. I'll be trading maybe the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and then probably Workday as well. So we're gonna see what happens to those. But that's what's on my plate right now. If you watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end. And as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.